everyone, I hope this video finds you guys well. We are down in my basement, and this is a different type of video for me. I have a rack of vintage, clothing that I need to share with you guys. I got an email this week actually from a friend of mine who is an avid vintage lover, and that's what she does. Is she blogs and she does videos, and she also works in a vintage store in Manhattan. And she was emailing me asking me whether or not I had any new listings on my Etsy account. And to my shame and embarrassment, I honestly don't have anything. And I'm ashamed and I'm embarrassed because I emailed her several months ago talking about how I needed to list things and how I was really excited and was getting ready to start doing spring things because winter was over, and here it is, the end of February. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and how I'm going to tell you what the sizes are for these is I'm going to go by my own body type. Broad shoulders, a fairly narrow waist, and then I've got hips and a backside, of course. So that's how I'm going to go with these. So you can kind of, let me show you. Broad shoulders, fairly slim waist, backside. So you can kind of get an idea. Anyway, let's get this ball rolling. So that's how I'm going to go. And I'm dress-wise, contemporary, depending on how it fits, an 8 to 10, sometimes a 12 and stuff like jeans. Because first one is a red Victor Costa from the 1980s, and it has a slight train on the back. Very pretty red. If I could wear this, I would keep it, but I can wear this, but because of my broad shoulders, the neckline hits me on my collarbone and kind of chokes me, and it's just really uncomfortable for me. So I think this would fit an 8 to 10, but you would need to have narrower shoulders so as to be able to drop the neckline at a more comfortable area, but really pretty. I could actually see this with one of these, one of the collars that a friend of mine creates up here around the neck to give it some little ornate, or a big statement necklace. It's just a really simple dress, but it's a great color with the train. Very sexy dress too, even though it's simple. Sometimes sexy is not necessarily fitting too tight, or it's just when you wear it and you stand a little straighter, you know, you work what God gave you kind of thing. This is a simple dress that allows you to work what God gave you with little effort, but it's just a great dress. The next one is, I know sequins are in. This one is a beaded, and it is made in, hold on here, guys. Yeah, there we go. Got hooked on the hook. Let me hook this in so we don't have any other issues. Got hooked there, but this is a beaded dress by Mark and John by Gopal. And to be honest, I didn't find any information on this company, so I honestly don't know whether this is vintage. It was beaded in India. So it's very pretty, fairly heavy dress in a size large. You could go with definitely an 8 to 10, but if you have extra hips like I do, it's going to fit tight. In fact, that's the issue, is it fits tight for me across the thighs and the backside. But really pretty dress. Closes with a nylon zipper, has a little, you know, regular split down the back. And there it is. Okay, let me place that one. The next one is a green cocktail dress. Very pretty. I'm going to guess it's probably 1950s or earlier. It's probably custom made for someone. This is the one that falls into the category of I can't get my big toe in it. If I could, I would keep this. It's just a gorgeous dress. Gorgeous green. I love the ruching along the sides and across the top. I honestly don't know whether the straps fit on or off the shoulders. It also has, again, a little slight train here in the back with it, and it closes with a metal zipper that's set asymmetric. So it doesn't close straight down the back. It's set asymmetrically. But really pretty, pretty dress. Gorgeous dress. The next one is a red. This one doesn't have a label in it either. Crepe. Reminds me of crepe paper. Just the way it's wrinkled and just the sound that it makes reminds me of crepe paper. But really pretty red dress. Closes on the side with a metal zipper. Has two ties in the back. This is another one of those. I can get in it, but the waist is too small. So I'm going to guess it's probably 4 to 6, maybe even an 8. It's full, so you don't really have to worry about the hips. In the bust, I'm a 36 to 38D. So I think you can, comfortably get in that. But pretty red. Next one is just a black with the fringe and a little bow. Closes with a metal zipper in the back as well. This one is probably, definitely 8 to 10, maybe even a 12. The waist, I don't know if you can tell the wider waist in comparison to the others. It's a little bit more A-line than the others were. The next one, I'm not sure is vintage. I know Jones of New York doesn't necessarily change their labels that often, but just a really pretty dress with the cow neck. Very 60s, very Madman-esque. And it buttons down the back, and then it also has a hidden zipper and a kick pleat. It's made out of a black polyester material, I do believe. I don't think it's silk. Yeah, it's a poly blend, but it feels silky and very pretty. I don't think it's a 10, and pretty true. I can fit in it with no problem. I just have too many black dresses. The next one is a parade. Brocade, kind of a steely blue color. Zippers up the front with a metal zipper and then snaps under the neck. There's 3/4 length sleeves. No staining under the armpit, but there is a little discoloration here around the neck a little bit. And I'm hoping that would come out with a dry cleaning. I haven't had any of these things dry cleaned because I haven't found a dry cleaner that I trust with my vintage items. I've gone to cleaners with contemporary stuff and not been real impressed with how they've come back. And so I'm definitely not going to trust them with vintage items. But this also has pockets in it. Very swingy. The next one is probably, I'm guessing, from the 1940s. Just the fact that it's a little narrower fit and it has this great train. I don't know if you can see it. See, it hangs down, so it's definitely going to hang down in the back. I believe it's handmade. There is no tag in it. It closes with a metal zipper here down the middle. Had a belt with it. It's in great shape. I did think I saw a flash of something. Yeah, I did. I didn't notice that before. There's actually a tiny hole down here at the bottom, which I didn't notice before. And you actually, probably why I didn't notice it is because it sits back in the pleating. This is probably 6 to 8. I could fit in it. It was a little tight, and across the shoulders particularly. So that's that. This is, I guess it's a Ferrari for I Magnin. And there's that. And it's got the little cow neck and spaghetti straps. And again, very Madman-esque again. Has elastic and needs a belt. I could wear this. It's probably a 10, 8 to 10 also. And then I have this green brocade with lace sleeves. I can't get into it because the shoulders, broad shoulders. Again, very Mad Men-esque, very long, narrow wiggle dress. Closes with a metal zipper, handmade as well. And then there's a black one. Needs a little steaming, has a pattern in it too. 3/4 length sleeves. Closes with a metal zipper. No label in it either. So and it's been hemmed up, so there's actually room to let it out as well on it. But there it is. This little thing. Next one is black again. I don't know, there seems to be a theme here. Black eyelet lace. Probably a 6 to 8. Needs a belt. Tiered. Has a little kick in the back. Finished with the finishing tape. Most of these are finished with the finishing tape and look like they've been hand hemmed. There it is. Closes on the side. This one has a nylon zipper. Next one is black as well. And this is I believe a Leslie Faye. Yeah, a Leslie Faye for Lord & Taylor. Has a little bow here. And then satin bow around the waist. And it kind of bubbles, kind of balloons out when you put it on, is what it should do, kind of balloon a little bit. And then it's got a satin neckline. Closes in the back with a metal zipper. And then it also has the lace insert. So how it's going to kind of fit is it's going to be kind of like that, kind of droopy. And then you see the lace insert. And then it closes at the top with a hook and eye. Next one is another lace tiered dress. Closes with a metal zipper and snaps at the back. This one is probably, again, probably a 6 to 8, much smaller in the waist, maybe even a 4. What I'll do is, if you're interested, I'll definitely get more accurate as far as the measurements are concerned. But I'm just kind of giving you a general idea. The next one is a baby doll dress, complete with lace kerchief sleeves, cuffs, very pretty. Closes with a nylon zipper, probably a 6 to 8, maybe even a 4 if you want to wear it bigger, maybe even a small 10 if you're really slim. And I've got 2 more. I've got a Paula, this is a Paula Brooks. Love this. This one has a couple of issues to it. First off is here. There's a hole here and a hole here. And honestly, because of the way the material's crinkled, it's really hard to tell. But they are there. And then also the kick pleat is pulling loose a little bit. This is probably probably a 6 to 8, maybe a 4 to 8. But really pretty. It's got the kind of cummerbund here in the front and in the back, and then you've got the little tuft. Closes on the side with a metal zipper. And then the last one is an Abe Schroeder Abe Schrader dress. Just a simple black with a little bow and a little V in the back. And it also closes with a metal zipper. And this, at first I thought had been repaired, but it's actually the way the dress was made with the little kind of not having the full sleeves. It's cut and then the little black insert under the armpit of the sleeves. So that's that. And just really kind of A-line. Probably, again, another 6 to 8, maybe a 10 item. So that's